Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Commanders on Sunday night primetime.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. So glad you're having us in for this divisional round matchup. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Partner, playing in front of the home crowd. That is something you get when you're the #1 seed. A week off to prepare. Now a playoff game in your building. It's that age-old question. What do you think? Rest versus rust?
You know, I think if you ask the coaches, Mike, they would kind of go back and forth, but it is no question. With players, they want that #1 seed, they want that bye, and they want to be sitting on their couch during the wild card round watching everybody else beat each other up. You factor in that rest. You factor in getting your legs back under you and getting some guys back, maybe who were out some previous weeks, and you're playing in front of your home crowd. That's every team's dream to start the season, and it's exactly what we got here.
One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. For an opener, Purdy to throw. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Commanders. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Niners offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That one good for 15 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Mike, I was watching the news this morning, and people were tailgating before the sun even came up. I mean, these fans have been waiting for this one since the moment they clinched home field advantage. That excitement, it's translated into a ridiculous hostile environment. I mean, it's clear the support of this entire city right now falls behind this team, and with that comes a lot of pressure. If he's going to lead his team to the championship game, he has to stay level-headed through this chaos, because if he's able to do that here, I really like their chances of playing next Sunday.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught. Trey Palmer. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. Handoff here, up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now pass deep for McLaurin. To the goal line and in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here comes the Washington offense now. Set to take They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now former 49er, it's Raheem Mostert. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, it's Daniel. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. A run up the middle with Mostert. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The 49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off-balance throw. It's complete.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert, and he'll get about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. 1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. The man in motion is Watson. They'll run. It's Mostert. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. The motion man here is McLaurin. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's complete to Watkins. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Washington.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. The right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Mostert. He slams it in there, and he is in. Raheem Mostert, touchdown Commanders. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Niners offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. The connection made to Ayuk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. So Kittle comes in motion. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll get this out to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Third down, Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. Yards are hard to come by there. Work it down to the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. First and 10. Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. And in motion here is Jennings. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Purdy now on 2nd down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. The Commanders' offense and Raheem Mostert heading onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Uh-oh. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw with Daniels. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Washington. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now, as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. Woo! And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Commanders' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. One final throw before the break. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Jamison Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Right back to Mostert on first down. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Daniels. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Purdy going to put it up again. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. Powering forward. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
Mostert now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Daniel. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
An injured player on that one, and it's Nick Bosa. Game stopped as they come to look at the outstanding defender. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll run with Mostert. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Raheem Mostert, touchdown Washington. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
From the 6, here comes a return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs. In order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the 49ers will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Daniels now going to look to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. This one complete right side. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
As a play call that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. 49ers offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Purdy now on 2nd down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbounds. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Purdy able to complete it to Ayuk. 11 yards for number 11 and a 1st down. Again in the air for Purdy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Catch is made by Wright. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's Purdy. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a toss to Mostert, heading left. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Mostert. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This from an even 50 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Niners offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Niners 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. One of the tight ends motions right. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's going to have the first down and more. That's a gain of 18 yards. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Tight end on the move left. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Now here's second and goal. They bring their tight end right. Now a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up here on second down and 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A run here with Mostert. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. Open is Kraft. He's got it. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Commander's first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Awesome. Still first down.
The man in motion is Watson. They give it to Mostert. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They are moving on as the #1 seed. The victory means they lock down another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.